Gonzalez set to kick off.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Ocean from residences to...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down from up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, nothing but room to run.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Pick up on the play, and it's 3rd down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Number 82. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Read it well, and it's picked.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 55 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On 1st down, Merritt. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, what a move. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Breida. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now, the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now, whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Number 24.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mahomes firing complete. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 59 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Mahomes now to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Cameron Johnston.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
34-yard line.
Second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Complete to
Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. on first down. Merritt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 14. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards.
And there's another one-hander by Odell Beckham Jr. I almost get the sense that he's not happy if he has to use 2 hands nowadays.
Exactly. Well, we've all seen it, him going through those warm-up routines before the game. It's almost comical how good he is at grabbing a ball with one hand.
And I like what you just brought up there. He works at it. All right, those one-handed catches, they're not strictly by accident.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On now, Tucker McCann. This from 36 yards out.
36-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Mahomes going to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 20.
He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Beckham Jr. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
On the stop.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
56, check 56. Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And no, it's incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
The ball carried by.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. On play action, it's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
A good pickup there at 22. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Don't get nervous.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 56. That's right, baby. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's good.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Steelers 23.
McCann's got it teed up.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Merritt, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt. That all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Escape, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When a ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete, sometimes it's almost insignificant, but not in this game because 3 interceptions have already been thrown. So when this one got tipped in the air, you just had to wonder, could this be the 4th? Instead, it falls incomplete, and the guys on offense breathe a sigh of relief.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it